you're new to me, my name is Joan Ranquet. I'm an animal communicator, author, TEDx speaker, and founder of Communication with All Life University. And it's a program where you can come learn animal communication for fun, or as a profession. You can learn energy healing for fun, or as a profession. And we're building up a nature and wildlife piece.
Okay, so here we have Ellie, the founder of the Gentle Barn, and it's so nice to have you here. And I know that I'm sure everybody knows what the Gentle Barn is that's watching, but just in case they don't, maybe you can share with everyone what it is that you do.
Yes, I would love to, and it's really good to be here. Thank you for having me, Joan.
Thank you.
Um, so at the Gentle Barn, we do two things. The first of which is we save and rehabilitate animals that have nowhere else to go. So animals that are too old, too sick, too lame, or too scared to be adoptable anywhere else. The animal shelters and the veterinarians want to euthanize them. They come to the Gentle Barn and they get to heal. And we use acupuncture, acupressure, chiropractic, deep tissue massage therapy, ultrasound, ice therapy, water therapy, energetic healing, nutritional supplements, and lots of love. And of course, Jill and Joan CBD and animal communication.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then once the animals are healed, if we can find them a home of their own, that's fantastic. We've adopted animals out all over the country. And if the animals need ongoing care and are not adoptable, then they stay here with us for the rest of their lives. And then when they're ready, we partner with them to heal people with the same stories of trauma and connect children to the love and magic of animals.
So amazing. So you joined the big program. You're in the program. You started with the energy healing, and then you jumped into the intensive. Maybe you can share what drew you to it and how it helps the work you're doing.
Yes, Joan, this is one of my favorite topics, and I'm so excited to talk about this today with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I I have an interesting journey because I have been talking to animals since I was a very, very small child. I thought everyone did. It was just commonplace for me to hear what animals were thinking and needing, listening to their voice. I had baby birds that fell out of their nest down the road. And when I was 6 years old playing in my house with my dolls, I literally heard a cry for help, went all the way down to the lake, found the baby bird, brought her home, and raised her till she could fly away. So I thought everyone operated like that. When I hit high school, not only did the people around me not understand my connection, love, and communication with animals, but they teased me for it. And so I slammed that door shut, just trying to be normal. I just wanted to be like everybody else. I didn't want to stand out and be different. And if they didn't talk to animals, then I just wanted to be like them. And so I slammed that door shut, which led to a very dark, painful, horrible road that almost ended my life. The minute you start denying who you really are, nothing but trouble is going to come your way. And so I finally got to the point where, to literally save my own life, I had to really accept who I am. And I had to do what I've come here to do. So I picked up the pieces of my shattered life. I started my own recovery. And I started rescuing animals. I opened the Gentle Barn in 1999. I started connecting back to animals, to hear them, to love them, to honor them, and to serve them. And that not only has saved thousands of animals' lives, but it has saved my own life, embracing who I am.
And lots of people too. You've saved so many people's lives you probably don't even know, because they came there and just saw themselves in an animal with a similar situation. It's you save ad infinitum, right? Like it's infinite what you're doing. Go ahead.
Thank you. But I wanted to learn more and be more effective in what I do, and I wanted to serve more. And I've never had any formal training. It's just something that I was born with. And so when I met you and we started getting to know each other, and you started talking about this big program, I was like, oh my God, when I retire, I'm going to be part of this big program like that.
Like you're going to retire, just FYI.
Exactly. Okay, so really what I mean by that is when I die and come back as the next life, I'm going to take your class. And then I was like, no, I don't want to wait that long. How do I do it sooner? How do I do this? How do I do this? And it was just something that I thought about all the time. Like, how do I get this formal training and really connect to who I am? And I don't know, it's just a miracle that you just were so generous to invite me and my animal care managers to be part of the big program and make it happen. I feel like I've won the lottery. I started with that energy healing class last spring, and that was amazing. Amazing. But the big program started with a 9-day fall intensive. And those 9 days changed my life. I don't know how to describe it. It made me more centered, more focused, more quiet. It kind of like clicked me back into who I am and who I'm supposed to be. And I feel like I'm 100% on track with my life now. Like running the Gentle Barn and saving animals, I was on track, but there was just this little thing missing. And now I'm like 100% on track with who I am. Those 9 days were just absolutely life transformative. And, I'll say to your listeners, if anyone can have the opportunity to come be part of this big program, come to a fall intensive or a spring intensive, connect in a deeper way. And this is what I love to say about what you're doing, Joan, in your school. It's not about learning to talk to animals or learning to heal animals. I mean, it is, but it's really the most brilliant, most powerful, most effective self-awareness thing you could ever do for your life, because really what it is connecting people to themselves. It's connecting people to that still small voice inside of each of us. It's connecting us back to who we really are meant to be as a species. If you look at every single animal on this planet, they all communicate with telepathy. Every single solitary one. It's normal. Everybody does it. You're born to do it.
And among species, right? Like I watched the ravens talk to my horses, like, get out of my way. I'm going to have that water now. But,
yeah, and the horses hear them.
And they go, okay, cool. Step aside.
Yeah. So if you look at every single solitary other species on this planet, telepathy, intuition, communication, it's totally normal, it's totally natural, and everyone does it. And then if you look at the human species, when we were Aborigines or natives, we did it too. It was totally normal. We all functioned among the animals and spoke with the animals and with each other through telepathy. But since the Industrial Revolution, we are now immersed in this high-tech, loud, fast-paced world where we are no longer teaching telepathy and intuition. We are no longer relying on our own instincts. We are no longer listening to that still small voice inside of us. We are looking at technology. We are looking at advertising. We are being told what to do, what to eat, and what to buy. And we've lost ourselves. We are disconnected from nature. We're covering Mother Earth up in concrete. We're chopping down the trees. We're enslaving the animals. We have gone awry.
We've gone awry.
We've gone awry. And so really, Joan, the work that you're doing with your school is so brilliant, because it's not just helping animals because you're teaching people to listen to them. You're not just training people to be animal communicators and animal healers so that more animals and people can be happy and harmonious together. But you are literally changing humanity by waking them up and retraining them to what we've always known and we've forgotten. And you're connecting everyone back to who they truly are, to listen to that still small voice, to be guided by their own intuition, and to remember the connections that we all have, that we're all the same. We just look different. And once we awaken to that, whether we do animal communication as a living or not, but once we awaken to that, our lives will never be the same, because then we know who we are. We can hear ourselves. We can be guided by that intuition. And then the next thing we know, we're living our dreams. We're doing what we've come here to do. We're more connected to nature, to animals, and to others. And we can't help but have peace on earth with that. So really,
I'm going to cry.
No, really. So really, your school is about creating peace on earth, even though it's disguised as animal communication and energy healing. And everyone should do it. It should be taught in every high school and in every college. And we should bring the feminine back into balance and save this planet. And this is where it starts.
Amen. Amen. And we
So
always, yeah, thank you. I've always said that it is the beginning of world peace, and animal communication is, and I to my core believe it. And maybe we can't quite, you know, get it with people quite yet, but if we could get it with animals, we can transfer that back to people, because we're not doing it with people either.